The screen of my phone lit up. A message appeared on Hejian's WeChat. Thank you, husband. These 30,000 yuan this month. The sender added a note saying baby. I opened the message. There were 87 chat records. I miss you. Good night, husband. When will you come to see me? The latest message was a selfie of Hejian at age 19, with his student ID in the background. I looked at him, sleeping on the sofa. Hejian. I called out his name. He woke up and saw the phone in my hand. He was stunned. So, she's 19 years old. I deserve this, right? The only sound in the living room was the ticking of the clock. Hejian sat on the sofa, looking at me. You checked my phone. You forgot to lock the screen. I placed my phone on the coffee table. Pop-ups appeared on the screen. Thank you, husband, for the 30,000 this month. He remained silent. 87 chat messages. I looked at him. What did you talk about with her? I miss you. Good night, husband. When will you come to see me? Let me explain. She was 19 years old. I interrupted him. You're 34 years old. She was 19. There's a difference of 15 years between you two. He opened his mouth, but said nothing. I laughed. Chen Wei. It's not what you think. He stood up. She's my friend's sister. I'm just helping her a little. My friend's sister? Yes. So your friend's sister calls you husband, and you call her baby? He remained silent again. I stood up and walked over to the window. It was dark outside, with lights on in the streets, and few cars passing by. How much money did you give her? Not much. Not much at all. He didn't say anything. I turned around. If you don't want to say it, I'll find out myself. Chen Wei, tonight, you can sleep on the sofa. I went into the bedroom and closed the door. My daughter was sleeping peacefully on the little bed, her little hand holding her teddy bear. I sat on the edge of the bed, watching her. She was only 3 years old. I picked up my phone and opened the note app. The title was Evidence. The first item, 87 chat records, with screenshots saved. I took screenshots of each chat message from Hejian's phone and saved them. I miss you. Was your husband busy today? I want to eat hot pot with you. Can you join me? Good night. My love. I love you. Each message was like a knife wound. I saw the last message. A self-shot photo of the girl. She looked very young, 19 years old, with fair skin and a sweet smile. In the background was the gate of a university. She held her student ID in her hand, with the name Lin Wanting, Literature Department, University of X. I enlarged the photo to read the information clearly. Literature Department, University of X. I noted it down. After saving all the screenshots, I checked their chat records again. 8 months ago, the first message. Thank you, brother, for inviting me to eat out today. Hejian replied. You're welcome. If you encounter any difficulties in the future, feel free to come to me. You're such a good brother. When you're studying alone elsewhere, just let me know if you need anything. Then I'll be very grateful. 8 months ago. It all started 8 months ago. I continued scrolling through the messages. Brother, I don't have enough money for living expenses this month. Can I? How much do you need? 5,000 is enough. I'll transfer that amount to you. Thank you, brother. Further down, the message read. Brother, I want to buy a bag, but it's too expensive. How much does it cost? 8,000, I'll buy it. You're the best brother ever. I love you. Further down, the message changed. Honey, I miss you. The address in the message changed from brother to husband. I checked the time, it was 3 months ago. 3 months ago, their relationship changed. I saved all the important chat records as screenshots. There were now 67 screenshots in my phone's photo album. I opened Hejian's phone again and checked his Alipay account. I knew the password, it was his daughter's birthday. I opened Alipay and entered his account information. The Alipay bill scrolls by one, each item is overwhelming to look at. 30,000, 50,000, 20,000, 30,000. I counted them. 8 months. 23 transfers. I clicked on one of the transactions to see the details. Recipient. Lin ***. Transfer note. Buy what you like. Dear. I laughed. I clicked on another transaction. Transfer note. Living expenses. 30,000. Another transaction. Rent. 50,000. I took screenshots of all the transfer records and saved them one by one. Then I opened the calculator. 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. 240,000. In 8 months, he transferred 240,000 to her. I leaned back in my chair, closing my eyes. Every month, he gave me 5,000 for the household expenses. I've given you all my salary, he said. But he gave that girl 30,000 every month, 6 times that amount. I gave birth to a child for him, took care of the household chores, and earned 5,000 per month. She's 19 years old, doesn't have to do anything, and earns 30,000 per month. I stood up and walked into the living room. Jian was still sitting on the sofa, not asleep. 24,000, I said. He looked up at me. 8 months ago, you transferred 24,000 to her. He was stunned. Did you check my Alipay? You used my daughter's birthday as a password. I laughed. 24,000, Jian. Our family has only 200,000 in savings per year. You transferred 24,000 to her. He stood up. Chen Wei, listen to me. Give her 30,000 per month. And give me 5,000. I looked at him. She's 19 years old. I'm 32. She doesn't have to do anything. I give birth to children for her, take care of the household chores, and work overtime until 10 p.m. every day. It's not like that. Then how is it? He opened his mouth, but said nothing. I walked over to the coffee table, picked up my phone, and showed him the chat records. I also showed him the transfer records. He stared at my phone, his face turning very pale. I've taken screenshots of everything, right? Yes. What are you going to do? I don't know. I said, but I won't just let it go like that. Chen Wei, there really isn't anything between us. The note on the transfer says, buy what you like. My love. Is that not something between us? He didn't say anything. I turned around and went back to the bedroom. You can sleep on the sofa. I closed the door. Hearing his sighs outside, I sat on the edge of the bed, looking at my daughter. She turned over, her little hands gripping the blanket, sleeping peacefully. I picked up my phone and opened the chat messages I had just taken screenshots of. I checked them one by one. Honey, I didn't do well on my exams today. I'm in a bad mood. What's wrong? My love, it's so difficult. I can't even do any of the problems. It's okay. Just do better next time. Do you want me to stay with you? Yes. I missed you. Stay with her. I continued scrolling through the messages. Honey, do you have time this weekend? What's the matter? I missed you. Can you come? Let me see. Okay. I'll wait for you. Weekend. Which weekend? I opened the calendar and checked the dates from our chats. That weekend, he said he had to work overtime at the company. I took my daughter to my mother's house. He said he would be working until late at night. I called him, but he said, I'm in a meeting. I'll get back to you later. I kept looking at the chat messages. That weekend, he sent a message to the girl. I'm there. At the school gate. She replied, I'll be down in a moment. He went to accompany her. That night, he didn't get home until 11 o'clock. I asked him why it was so late, and he said the project was urgent. I believed him at that time. Now, I realized that night, there was a scent of perfume on him. It wasn't the brand I use. I didn't pay much attention at that time. Now I understand. I put down my phone and lay down in bed. The ceiling was very white. The lights were off. Only the streetlights shone through the cracks in the curtains. I closed my eyes. I can't cry. Crying is useless. What I need is evidence, more evidence. He doesn't know yet that I've already taken screenshots of those messages. Outside the office window, sunlight slanted in. I sit at my desk, staring at the computer screen. I didn't sleep well last night. My eyes are a bit swollen. Colleague Shaoli comes over with a cup of coffee in hand. Sister Chen, you didn't get much rest last night, did you? Yes. The child woke up in the middle of the night. That's common with children, she said with a smile. My own child does the same, wakes up frequently in the middle of the night. I nodded. She left. I take out my phone and look at the screenshots from last night. 67 chat records. 23 transfer records. The evidence is in my phone. But is that enough? No. Chat records can be used to claim it was just a joke. Transfer records can be used to say she was in trouble. So I helped. I need more. I need him to admit it directly. I think for a moment. Then open Taobao and search for recording pens. I choose one with the best reviews. It looks like a pen. And it can record audio. I place the order. It will arrive tomorrow. I put down my phone and continue working. On the surface, everything is just like usual. No one knows what happened last night. At noon, I went to the cafeteria to eat. My phone rang. It was He Jian. I answered. Hello? Where are you? In the company cafeteria. Oh. He was silent for a while. I'll come back early tonight. We need to talk. Okay. Chen Wei, anything else? No. I hung up the phone. A colleague next to me asked. Your husband? Yes. That's good. I'll call you at noon. She smiled. My husband can't even make one call in a day. I also smiled. It's really good. In the afternoon, the package arrived. It was a voice recorder, shaped like a pen, capable of recording for 4 hours. I opened the package and tried it out. The sound quality was very clear. I put it in my bag. When I got home from work, He Jian was already there. He was cooking in the kitchen. My daughter was playing with toys in the living room. Mom! She ran over and hugged my legs. Duo is great. I picked her up. Did you have a good time today? Yes. Dad, what did you make for me to eat? Chicken wings. I put her down and went to the kitchen. He Jian was cooking vegetables. You're back. Yes. It's going to be ready soon. I didn't say anything and turned back into the living room. The dinner was quite substantial. 3 dishes and a soup, along with the chicken wings that my daughter really loves. He Jian served me the food. Eat more. I took the bowl from him. My daughter sat on the child-sized chair, eating the chicken wings, with oil all over her mouth. He Jian wiped her mouth with a towel. Eat slowly, don't choke on it. Dad, I want more. Okay, here you go. I watched them. It was a very warm scene. If it weren't for what happened last night, I would have felt very happy. But now, all I feel is disgust. After dinner, He Jian cleaned up the dishes. I'll wash them. Okay. I played with my daughter for a while. She became sleepy, so I carried her to the bedroom. Mom, tell me a story. Okay. I told her the story of Little Red Riding Hood. While she listened, she eventually fell asleep. I gently closed the door to the bedroom and returned to the living room. He Jian was sitting on the sofa, watching me. Shall we talk? Okay. I sat opposite him. He looked very tired. Chen Wei, there really is nothing between us. Then why did you give her 240,000? Her family is in trouble. Trouble? I laughed. She attends a university, with tuition fees of 30,000 per year. She lives in an apartment outside the university, with a monthly rent of 5,000. Is that considered a problem? He was stunned. Did you check her background? Yes. I checked her university, her major, and the place where she lives. I looked at him. She's a sophomore in the literature department of a certain university. Her name is Lin Wanting. She's 19 years old. She lives in a single apartment outside the university, with a monthly rent of 5,000. He Jian, this girl doesn't lack money at all. He didn't say anything. I continued. You give her 30,000 every month. That includes 5,000 for rent, 8,000 for living expenses. What do you use the rest for? To buy bags? Clothes? Or to go out with you? I didn't go out with her. He suddenly raised his voice. Then why did you go with her? Just to eat and chat. Do you really need 30,000 every month just for eating and chatting? He opened his mouth, but said nothing. I stood up. He Jian, I'm giving you one last chance. I looked at him. If you admit it now, and cut ties with her, we can talk again. If not, then there's nothing more to say. There really isn't anything between me and her. Okay. I turned around. Then there's nothing more to say. He thought I would cry. What I wanted was evidence. I placed my phone under the tea tray, and the recording button lit up with a red dot. He Jian sat on the sofa, looking at me. What do you want to talk about? You and her. He remained silent. I sat across from him. He Jian, I'm asking you one last time, what is your relationship with her? I said she's just a friend's sister. Which friend? You don't know him. Don't know him? I laughed. Then give me her name. I'll look into it. He didn't say anything. Can't you say it? Chen Wei, what exactly do you want? I want to know the truth. I looked at him. You support her, right? He was stunned. Support her? 8 months. 240,000 yuan. 30,000 yuan per month. I repeated each word carefully. That's not called supporting her. What is it? I'm just helping her a little. Helping her a little? Do you have to call her baby and make her call you husband? His expression changed. What do you mean? I mean, you support her. I looked at him and said, you pay her tuition fees, rent, and provide her with living expenses. You even cook meals for her and take her shopping. He Jian, this isn't really helping her at all. This is just a way of supporting her. He stood up. Chen Wei, be careful with what you say. What should I be careful about? I also stood up. Are you trying to avoid being seen as being too eager to help her? Or are you trying to avoid making her uncomfortable? There really isn't anything between me and her. Then why are you giving her so much money? Her family is in trouble. So I'm helping her a little. You're helping her. But who is helping you? I interrupted him. Our child goes to kindergarten, and the annual tuition is 30,000 yuan. You say, that's too expensive. Find something cheaper. You pay her rent. 5,000 yuan a month. Which adds up to 40,000 yuan over 8 months. He Jian, our family has only 200,000 yuan in savings. You sent her 240,000 yuan. He didn't say anything anymore. I continued. Last year, my father got sick and spent 50,000 yuan in hospital bills. You said, we're short on money. Let's ask your mother for some money first. This year, she wanted to buy a bag worth 8,000 yuan. You sent her the money without hesitation. He Jian, who do you think is your wife? Chen Wei, 240,000. You remember her rent, but forget her child's tuition fees. His face was very pale. I watched him. You have to admit it, you're the one who supports her. He remained silent for a long time. Then, he sighed. Yes, I support her. Hearing this, my heart felt calm. He admitted it. Why? I like her. You like her? Yes. He looked at me. She's young and beautiful, and she gets along well with me. We are happy together. What about me? You. He paused. You've been with me for so many years. But there's no more passion between us. So you went after a 19-year-old girl? I didn't choose her. She approached me. She approached you. I laughed. You gave her 240,000, and you say she approached you on her own? At first, she really just wanted my help. And then, after you helped her, did you go to bed with her? He didn't say anything. Go to bed with her? I asked again. No. Really no. Yes. I looked into his eyes. He was lying. Okay. I said. Then I ask you, what did you do at her place last month? We ate dinner together, and stayed up until 11 p.m. We talked for a long time. What about? Just chatting. Where did you chat? In her apartment. In her apartment? I laughed. You went to her apartment, talked until 11 p.m. And then you said you didn't sleep with her? His expression changed. Chen Wei, don't talk nonsense. I'm talking nonsense. I took out my phone. Look at the screenshot yourself. I showed him the screenshot of the chat messages. On the 15th of last month, at 8 p.m., you sent her a message saying, I'm here. She replied, come up. I'll wait for you. He Jian, you went to her apartment, talked until 11 p.m. And then you said you only talked about chatting. He stared at the phone, his face turning pale. We really just talked. Talked until 11 p.m. Talked until you noticed her perfume on you. He was stunned. Do you really think I'm stupid? I put away my phone. He Jian, I gave you a chance. But you've been lying all this time. He didn't say anything. I looked at him. Is there anything you'd like to say at the last time? What exactly is your relationship with her? He remained silent for a long time. Then he said, I raised her. I paid her tuition fees, rent, and all her living expenses. I like her, and I want to be with her. And what about me? You. He paused for a moment. We can divorce. I laughed. Divorce? Yes. He looked at me. Chen Wei, we've been together for so many years, and I no longer feel anything for her. I want to be with her. Let's divorce. Okay. I said. Then let's divorce. He was stunned. You agree? Yes. I stood up. But before we divorce, I want to get what belongs to me. What does that mean? The right to raise the children, the house, and your savings. His expression changed. How can you do this? Because you cheated on me. Because you supported that mistress. I looked at him. Jian, do you think I don't know? Legally, the spouse who commits adultery is considered the at-fault party. In divorce proceedings, I have the advantage. You want to sue me? Yes. Do you have any evidence? I smiled. What do you think? He looked at me, his face pale. I turned around and went back to the bedroom. After closing the door, I said, I'll find a lawyer tomorrow. I closed the door, picked up the recording device from my bag, and pressed the stop button. 3 minutes and 47 seconds. He admitted everything. There are still 20 days left before the scholarship awarding ceremony. I sit in front of the computer, with the university's official website displayed on the screen. Department of Literature, faculty members. I found the mentor of Lin Wanting, Professor Wang, the deputy dean of the Department of Literature, and a doctoral supervisor. Email address: wonks@university.edu. CN. I noted that down. Then I created a new folder, named it Evidence. Inside, there are 3 subfolders. Chat records, 67 screenshots. Transfer records, 23 screenshots. And audio recordings, 3 minutes and 47 seconds. I created another Word document. Title: Report. Content: Dear Professor Wang, I am an informant regarding student Lin Wanting. I would like to report that during her time at the university, Lin Wanting received substantial financial support from a married man, and maintained an improper relationship with him. Here is the evidence. 87 chat records show that Lin Wanting had a romantic relationship with this man, referring to him as husband, and he referred to her as baby. There are 23 transactions, totaling 240,000 yuan over a period of 8 months. The reasons for the transfers include living expenses, rent payments, and things for the child that she likes. There is also a recording from the man, in which he explicitly stated, I support her, I pay her tuition fees, rent, and her living expenses. The actions of student Lin Wanting violate the school's rules and regulations, and damage the school's reputation. I hope the school will investigate this matter and take appropriate action. Attach the evidence. Reporter, Anonymous. I checked the information again, and it still seemed insufficient. I added another paragraph. Moreover, Lin Wanting is about to participate in this semester's scholarship evaluation. I believe her actions do not meet the moral standards required for scholarship evaluation. I hope the school will disqualify her from the evaluation process. After writing that, I saved the document. Then, I compressed the 3 folders into one zip file. File name: Reported Materials. Zip. Size: 23, 5 megabytes. I checked the report again to ensure there were no issues. But then, I decided not to send it. I was still hesitating. If I send this email, Lin Wanting will be dealt with by the school. She will be suspended from her honors program, and may even be expelled from school. She's only 19 years old. I don't know if this is too harsh of a punishment. I turn off the computer and lie down on the bed. The ceiling is very white. I remember Jian's words. I like her. She's young, beautiful, and easy to talk to. I'm 32 years old this year. I've been married for 5 years. Have a child. Work every day. Cook. And take care of the children. I also want to be young and beautiful. And to have someone who can make me happy. But I don't have any of those things. All I have is a cheating husband. I close my eyes. Forget it. I'll decide tomorrow. I found her mentor's email address. In the autumn park. Fallen leaves covered the ground. My daughter was running ahead. Her laughter clear and bright. Mom, look, she said, picking up a red leaf. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful, I said, squatting down and holding the leaf in my hands. This is for you. Mom, thank you, dear. We sat on the bench, watching the lake. The water was calm, and a few ducks swam by, creating ripples on the surface. My daughter leaned against me. Mom, why didn't Daddy come today? Daddy had to work overtime. Oh, she thought for a moment. Daddy always works overtime these days. I didn't say anything. She added, Mom, I miss Daddy. Then when you come home at night, Daddy will be there. Okay. I held her in my arms, watching the lake. The sunlight was beautiful, shining brightly on the water's surface. I wondered what would happen if I sent out that email. Lin Wanting will be dealt with by the school. He Jian's problems will get out. His reputation at work will be ruined. We will get divorced. Our daughter will no longer have a complete family. But what if I don't take action? He Jian will continue to support her. They will continue to be together. I will continue to be deceived. I remember He Jian's words. We can get divorced. He no longer loves me. He loves that 19-year-old girl. Then why should I be soft-hearted? Why should I let them go? Our daughter falls asleep in my arms. I look at her little face. So quiet. She doesn't yet know that her father has changed. I pick her up and walk home. On the way, I call the lawyer. Lawyer Lee, I would like to discuss the matter of divorce. Okay, Miss Chen, go ahead. My husband is having an affair. I have evidence. How should the property be divided in case of a divorce? If you have evidence that your husband is having an affair, you can claim that he is at fault. You will have an advantage in terms of property division and child custody. What about the specifics? You can claim a larger share of the marital property. As for child custody, it is likely that it will be awarded to you. By the way, you can claim compensation for emotional damage. Okay, I understand. Miss Chen, when would be a good time for us to meet and discuss this in person? Next week. Maybe. Okay. Then let's arrange a time. After hanging up the phone, I looked at my daughter. She was sleeping peacefully. I thought, I'm sorry, my baby. Mom has some decisions to make. This time, I won't be gentle anymore. In the corner of the coffee shop, her fingers were gripping the edge of the cup. Lin Wanting looked much younger than in the photos. She was 19 years old, with very fair skin and large eyes. When she saw me, she was momentarily stunned. You are Chen Wei, I said, sitting opposite her. He Jian's wife. Her expression changed. What do you want from me? To talk. There's nothing for me to talk about with you. She stood up. Sit down. I said. Don't you want to know what I have with me? She stopped and looked at me. What? 87 chat messages. 23 transfer records. Totaling 240,000 yuan. I looked at her. And there's also the recording of He Jian. He admitted to raising you. Her face became even paler. She slowly sat down. What do you want to do? I want to know what your relationship with him really is. Me and him, she paused. He pursued me. He pursued you? Yes. She looked at me. He said he was divorced and had to take care of a child by himself. I didn't know he had a wife. What happened after that? I found out later, she said, lowering her head. But he said that he no longer felt anything for you anymore, and that they would get divorced soon. So you continued to stay with him? She bit her lip. I like him. I laughed. You like him? Yes. What do you like about him? Do you like the 30,000 he gives you every month? Or the bags he buys you? Or that he's 15 years older than you? Her face turned red. You're talking nonsense. I'm talking nonsense. I took out my phone. Look at the transfer records yourself. 8 months. 240,000. Lin Wanting. You're only 19 years old. And going to college. Do you think you're worthy of that amount? She didn't say anything. I continued. Do you know that He Jian has a family? With children. His child is only 3 years old. When you're with him, do you think about his child at all? Her eyes became red. I didn't know his child was so young. Now you know. Yes. What are you going to do then? She remained silent for a long time. Then, she said, I won't break up with him. I was stunned. What did you say? I said that I won't break up with him. She looked at me. He loves me. And I love him too. You two have no feelings left. Why not get divorced? If you don't, we'll keep going like this forever. I laughed. You really have confidence in yourself. He loves me. Not you, she said. It's useless to keep him with you. Okay. I stood up. Let's see what happens. What do you plan to do? You'll find out soon enough. I turned around and left. She called after me. What are you going to do? Do you plan to tell the school? I didn't look back. If you dare to tell the school, I'll tell everyone that your husband supports me. Her voice was high, filled with anger. I looked at her. Good, I said. Then let's make a mess together. She was shocked. I turned around and left. As I stepped out of the cafe, I took out my phone. I checked my email inbox. Recipient, Wongsat University. Edu. CN. Subject. Report on Lin Wanting. Attachment. Report materials. Zip. My finger hovered over the send button. Then, I pressed it. The recording file, lasting 3 minutes and 47 seconds, confirmed his guilt. The next afternoon, Hejian's mother came. Her fingers pointed at me, and her voice trembled. How can you tell the school about Wanting's situation? I sat on the sofa, looking at her. I have evidence. What evidence? You're framing her. 87 chat records. 23 transfers. Totaling 240,000 yuan. I looked at her. Is this called framing? Her expression changed. That's because Brother Jian helped Wanting. Help her? I laughed. Your son gave her 30,000 yuan every month, called her baby, and made her call him husband. Is that helping? She opened her mouth, but said nothing. Hejian sat beside me, with a very pale face. Mom, please stop talking. I won't stop. She ruined Wanting like this. I can't stay silent. She looked at me. Chen Wei, you're too cruel. Wanting was only 19 years old. She was still a child. Did you really destroy her like this? She was 19, and my child was only 3 years old. I looked at her and said, your son has relationships with other women. You don't think there's anything wrong with that, but you think I'm cruel? It's normal for men to have relationships outside the marriage. She replied. Normal? I interrupted her. So when your son has an affair and spends 240,000 yuan on another woman, do you think that's normal? Then I'll report this to the school. Do you think that's not cruel? Her face turned red. Did you also teach your son the same things back then? That it's normal for men to have relationships outside the marriage, and that one should be generous with their wife? I continued. Now that your son has an affair, do you blame me? I didn't, you did. I stood up. You came here today because you want me to forgive your son, right? You want me to cancel your report, right? She remained silent. I continued. That's impossible. I won't cancel the report, and I won't forgive him either. We'll get divorced. The child will go to me, the house will also go to me, and he will leave with nothing. How can you do that? She shouted. Because he had an affair. Because he is the one who made the mistake. I looked at Hejian. Hejian, what do you think? He looked at me, his face very pale. Chen Wei, do you really have to do this? Yes. What about Wanting? I don't care. I said. How the school handles her is her own problem. The school said they will give her a demerit and cancel her eligibility for honors awards. His voice was low. She'll lose her scholarship too. That's what she deserves. Chen Wei. He stood up. How can you be so cruel? Cruel? I laughed. You had an affair with another woman, spending 240,000 yuan on her. Do you really think I'm cruel? Hejian, have you ever thought about that? I'm also a human being. I have feelings too. I give birth to children for you, take care of the household, work hard every day, and you use money to support another woman. What do you think I should do? He didn't say anything anymore. His mother said, but you can't destroy Wanting either. She's still so young. She's young, but should I die? I interrupted her. She's 19, and I'm 32. So do I deserve to be bullied? She has a future, but I don't. Your son likes her, so I should give her the position. That's not what I meant. Then what do you mean? She opened her mouth, but couldn't speak. I turned around and went back to the bedroom. You all go away. He called out from behind me. Chen Wei, let's talk. There's nothing to talk about. I closed the door. I'll find a lawyer to prepare the divorce documents. I leaned against the door, hearing their voices outside. What should we do? Brother Jian? I don't know either. What about Wanting? I'll go find her. What about Chen Wei? If she wants a divorce, then let her go. Hearing that sentence, I laughed. He said, just let her go. Good. Then let her go. He said, you dare to do it? I laughed. It's late at night. I'm sitting in front of the computer, with the screen shining brightly. My email indicates that the email has been sent. Recipient, Wonks at University. Edu. CN. Subject, report on Lin Wanting. Attachment, report materials. Zip, 23, 5 megabytes. Sending time, November 16, 2025, 23:47. I turn off the computer. The living room is quiet. Hejian isn't at home. He said he had to work overtime at the company, but I know he went after Lin Wanting. My daughter is asleep. She doesn't know what happened. I walk to the balcony and look down. The streetlights are on, with sparse traffic. I take out my phone and check the time. 23:50. I think the school will receive the email tomorrow. Professor Wang will see those evidence. 87 chat records. 23 transfers. Totaling 240,000 yuan. A recording of 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Lin Wanting will be called for a meeting. She will try to defend herself, cry, and say I didn't know he had a family. But the evidence exists. What will the school do? Will they keep a record of this incident? Will they cancel her honors awards? Will they disqualify her from receiving scholarships? I don't know. But I know that her future will be affected. I remembered what she said in the coffee shop. If you dare to tell the school, I'll tell everyone that your husband supports me. We'll all be embarrassed. Well, let's be embarrassed together. I'm not afraid. I went back to my bedroom, lying down on the bed. My daughter slept peacefully beside me. I looked at her little face. Dodo, I'm sorry. I have to do something, and it might mean that you won't have a complete family anymore. But I can't bear it anymore. I closed my eyes. I clicked send, and the progress bar completed its journey. The email was sent successfully. He's still sleeping. 3 days later, I received a call. The screen of my phone showed an unknown number, and the phone vibrated 3 times. I answered it. Hello? Hello? Is this Miss Chen Wei? Yes. I am. I'm the counselor of the literature department at a university. My surname is Zhang. Her voice sounded polite. We have received your report. My heart started beating faster. Oh, we have already investigated the matter. The evidence you provided is true. She paused for a moment. Student Lin Wanting's behavior indeed violated the school's rules and regulations. The school has decided to give her a demerit penalty and to disqualify her from receiving honors awards and scholarships this semester. Okay. Additionally, we would like to know more information about that man. For example, his full name and other details. Why? The school needs to understand the whole situation completely. If the man's behavior involves other students on campus, the school needs to take appropriate measures. I thought for a moment. That man's name is He Jian. He's 34 years old, married, and has a 3-year-old daughter. He works as a project manager in a technology company. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Is there anything else? No, thank you again for your report. No problem. I hung up the phone. Sitting on the sofa, I felt something wasn't real. It really happened. Lin Wanting was punished by the school. Her reputation was ruined. Her honors were revoked. And her scholarships were cancelled. Her record would be marked with a stain for the rest of her life. It would affect her future job prospects, her chances of pursuing further education, etc. I thought about her face. She was only 19 years old. So young. I felt a bit guilty, but only a little. Most of it was relief. That night, He Jian came back. His expression was very sad. Are you satisfied? What? The school has given Wanting a demerit. He looked at me. Are you satisfied? Yes. Chen Wei. He raised his voice. Do you realize that you ruined her? She ruined herself. What? Being a mistress should mean having that kind of awareness. I looked at him. Being 19 isn't an excuse. As an adult, you should take responsibility for your actions. He didn't say anything. I continued. He Jian, I want to ask you, if Duo grows up and has a married man who supports her and pays for her expenses, what would you think? His expression changed. I would kill that man. Then why are you supporting someone else's daughter now? He was stunned. I stood up. I've already found a lawyer. Next Monday, we'll go to the Civil Affairs Bureau. Chen Wei, there's nothing more to say. I turned around. The child belongs to me. The house belongs to me. You leave with nothing. With what right? With your infidelity. With you being the at-fault party, with the law. I don't agree. If you don't agree, I'll take your case to court. I looked at him. By then, your reputation in the company will be ruined too. His face turned pale. You're threatening me. It's not a threat. It's a statement of fact. He sat on the sofa, hands on his head. Why do you have to do this? You ask me. I laughed. He Jian, you had an affair with another woman and spent 240,000 yuan. Now you ask me why I have to do this. He didn't say anything. I went back to the bedroom. The daughter was playing with toys in bed. Mom! She ran over to me. Duo is so good. I picked her up. She rubbed against me as I held her in my arms. Mom, I miss you so much. Mom also misses you. Where's Daddy? Daddy is outside. Oh, she thought for a moment. Daddy doesn't play with me anymore. I didn't say anything. She asked again. Mom, does Daddy really not want us anymore? My heart sank. That's not true. Daddy loves you. Then why doesn't he play with me? Daddy has to work. Oh, she leaned on my shoulder. Will Mom always be with me? Yes. I will always be with you. The phone rang. It was a female student calling. The courtroom was very quiet, with only the sound of pages being flipped through. The judge struck the gavel to signal the start of the trial. I sat in the plaintiff's seat, while He Jian sat in the defendant's seat. My lawyer stood beside me, holding a thick stack of documents in his hands. Plaintiff Chen Wei versus defendant He Jian. The trial now begins. The judge looked at us. Plaintiff, please state your claims. I stood up. Honorable Judge, I request a divorce from defendant He Jian. The reason is that he committed adultery during our marriage, had an improper relationship with another woman, and misappropriated the joint property of the marriage. I request the following judgments. 1. A divorce. 2. My daughter, Chen Duo, shall be raised by me, and defendant shall pay a monthly maintenance of 5,000 yuan. 3. The joint property of the marriage, a house, shall belong to me. 4. The joint savings of 200,000 yuan shall be divided as follows. I will get 150,000 yuan, and defendant will get 50,000 yuan. 5. Defendant shall pay me 100,000 yuan in compensation for emotional damage. The judge nodded. Defendant, do you have anything to say? He Jian stood up. Judge, I do not agree to divorce. Why? My relationship with the plaintiff remains intact. I am willing to correct my mistakes and request a chance. The judge looked at me. Plaintiff, do you have any objections to the defendant's statement? I do not agree to reconcile. I said, the defendant committed adultery during our marriage, had a relationship with another woman for 8 months, and transferred 240,000 yuan, severely damaging my feelings. I can no longer forgive him. I firmly request a divorce. Plaintiff, do you have any evidence? Yes. The lawyer stood up. Judge, this is the evidence provided by the plaintiff. He handed the judge a folder. The judge opened it and reviewed the contents. There were 67 screenshots of chat messages, 23 screenshots of transfer records, and 1 CD with audio recordings. The judge spent a long time looking at the documents. Then, he turned to He Jian. Defendant, do you have anything to say about these evidence? He Jian's face turned pale. Judge, these are real evidence. But I really didn't have any physical relationship with that girl. I was merely providing financial support to her, helping her. Financial support? The judge interrupted him. Defendant, you provided third party with 240,000 yuan per month, for a total of 8 months. Is this considered financial support? Your conversations with the third party, using words like beloved and husband, is that not considered helping her? He Jian remained silent. The judge continued. Defendant, you admitted in the recording that I take care of her. I pay her tuition fees, rent, and living expenses. I like her, and I want to be with her. Defendant, do you have any further objections? He Jian lowered his head. I was wrong. You were wrong. The judge looked at him. You think that just because you were wrong, you can avoid bearing the consequences? No. Defendant, your actions have seriously hurt the feelings of the plaintiff, and also violated the obligations of marital loyalty. According to Article 1091 of the Civil Code, if one spouse commits a major fault, the innocent party has the right to claim damages. He Jian's face turned even paler. The judge looked at me. Plaintiff, the court accepts your request. The judgment is as follows. First, the plaintiff Chen Wei and defendant He Jian are allowed to divorce. Second, the daughter Chen Duo shall be raised by the plaintiff. The defendant shall pay a monthly support payment of 5,000 yuan. Third, the marital house, which is the joint property of the couple, belongs to the plaintiff. Fourth, the joint savings of 200,000 yuan shall be divided. The plaintiff will receive 150,000 yuan, and the defendant will receive 50,000 yuan. Fifth, the defendant shall pay the plaintiff 100,000 yuan as compensation for emotional damage. The above judgment takes immediate effect. The judge struck the gavel to announce the judgment. The court is adjourned. I stood up. My legs feeling weak. The lawyer helped me up. Miss Chen, congratulations. Thank you. I walked out of the courtroom. He Jian called out to me from behind me. Chen Wei. I didn't turn around. Chen Wei, did you really have to do this? I stopped and turned around. He Jian, it was your choice. I know I was wrong. We can start over again. That's impossible. I looked at him and said, you had an affair with another woman, spending 24 million yuan on her. Do you really think I can still trust you? He didn't say anything. I turned around and left. As I walked out of the court, the sunlight was extremely bright. I looked up at the sky. It was so blue. I smiled. He signed the divorce agreement. 1 year later, I sit in my new office, with a view of the river outside. My executive director earns a monthly salary of 25,000. On my desk lies a photo of my daughter. She's 4 years old and seems to have a great time in kindergarten. My phone rings. It's my friend Xiaoli. Xiaoli, it's been a long time. Yes, it has indeed been a long time. How have you been? I've been pretty well. I heard you got promoted. Yes, I got promoted last month. Wow. She paused for a moment. By the way, do you know, He Jian has been fired by the company. Why? It seems that the scandal involving his adopted daughter got out, and the company thought it would be bad for their reputation. She lowered her voice. Now he works in a small company, with a monthly salary of only 8,000. Oh, and that girl, I heard she got a reprimand from school, and ended up dropping out. You did the right thing back then, said Xiaoli. Such a jerk should be disgraced. It's the past. So what about you now? Do you have a new partner? No. I smiled. I'm pretty good right now. No need for urgency. Yes. Your career is going so well right now. You can take your time. We talked for a while, and then we hung up the phone. I stood up and walked over to the window. On the river, the sunset painted the sky a warm orange color. Several boats slowly sailed by, leaving behind ripples on the water's surface. I remembered a year ago, when I sat in court, listening to the judge's verdict. At that moment, I felt very relaxed. I sold the wedding house with He Jian for 2 million yuan, bought a new house for 1.2 million yuan, and now I have 800,000 yuan left in savings. Including the 150,000 yuan from the divorce property division, I now have a total of 950,000 yuan in savings. My monthly salary is 25,000 yuan, which adds up to 300,000 yuan a year. My daughter is very happy in kindergarten, and every day after school she tells me stories about her day. We are living a good life now. My phone vibrated. It was a text message from an unknown number. Sorry. Those were the only 2 words. I looked at it but did not reply. I deleted the message. I don't know who sent it, and I don't want to know. The past is the past. I turned around and went back to my desk. The computer screen showed next week's work schedule. I opened the document and started writing. Outside the window, the sky gradually grew darker. On the river, boats continued to sail by. I kept working. A new life had just begun.